Hello there, friends, and welcome back to Planet Coaster, and welcome back to Completely Average Gaming, and probably should welcome you back to Average Kingdom as well. We're gonna be working our way towards limiting some sightlines to begin with, and then after that, we're definitely gonna be working on something pretty swell, pretty chill. Hopefully you will be able to get a little bit of a gist on what we're working on here and not that long. It's not gonna be a fairy tale zone, I'll tell you that much. Or fairy tale area. We will be working on pirate themed area. We're gonna work on it this episode, and the next episode I think we'll maybe leave it as is for a little while, because I got another plan that I want to fulfill while I still remember it. I struggle a little with for some reason, I'm not sure why, but the turn things around key didn't really work properly for me in this attempt here. So I struggle a little bit with it in the beginning, but it comes back to me, or I suppose, or it comes around again. So that's fun. That's awesome. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy this. We're trying to make a sort of custom entrance sign area. The archway you walk through in order to get into where you want to go. Which means we'll also have to start working on some signage for the rest of the park, where you have, go left for this and go right for that, and you get what I mean. And that will probably be coming up maybe next episode if we get to time for it. Not gonna spoil what we're gonna work on then, but it's gonna be something. I would like to thank everyone for coming out, because this has really gone somewhere. I think it's the first like the best start of a game series I've ever done, which is kind of exciting, if I'm being honest. And as you might be able to tell, I've dished out a lot more episodes on this than I initially planned on, in the amount of time that has been going on. Like I was planning to do an episode a week, but all of a sudden it was 3 episodes in a week or something like that. So yeah, I got carried away, and as far as long as I'm still getting carried away, I might as well dish out the episodes, I think. But that said, I mean, as much as I enjoy the initial theme that we went for, I think I'll have a little bit of trouble, so to speak, with keeping that theme going for longer periods of time. Back to what's happening on screen. I'm not sure what I was thinking putting the bent rope there. I think I was thinking, oh, maybe I should look into having a sort of knob that it would bend around. But seeing how it's a constant bend and not a 90-degree bend, that wouldn't work that well either. But I feel like the rope we ended up with here sort of looks like it's tangled in forth and back in between the what do you call it? It's not a rudder. It's a wheel. The driving wheel, steering wheel of a pirate ship. And in that way, it sort of looks like it's hanging in supports. I feel, and also seeing how it sort of bobs in and out of the of the where there's rope around the wheel. That also helps out quite a bit, I feel, in order to make it look more realistic, more like this is actually doable. As for signage, I'm very open to more suggestions as to what these can be called, or what we can write on these signs. Pirate Cove, I feel, is somewhat original, somewhat used up, and enjoy what you can about it, but no reason to use it up. There's plenty of words to use out there in the big world. Try to make a little bit of themage here, theming around. We're gonna be just so it's said, and eventually we'll change the terrain to sand around here. But to begin with, I forgot to change the palette when I got into the game, and here we are. Also, I haven't really decided on the bottom layers there. I left both of them there because I figured I'll leave them there and see what I think about it. Maybe wait and hear what you guys think about it. But I'm not so sure about, at least not the whole logs lying there. I'm not so sure about those. Also, what you'll see in a few seconds here, I think I might have gone a little overboard with the trees and such. Because as you can see, the whole pirate area, the animatronics and stuff get kind of hidden away. You know what I mean? And I mean, a park with these kinds of budgets wouldn't hide stuff like that away. It would be flashing out at you as you walk by. I feel. That might just be me though, because yeah, just feel like that's how it goes. If you have limited amounts of funds, you would do what you can to show it off what you've spent your money on. Just having a little look at how it looks when you walk around and walk along the park or along the path. And I looked at what's it called again? Pinewood Hills, of course. Sorry, where Masked Bandit has had the park for a couple of episodes. Well, John T was where had John T's for Geekism's park for a couple of episodes. And I realized how awful my pathing is and how awful a lot of my stuff is compared to those guys. And of course they've been doing Planet Coaster for a lot longer, so no specific bad feeling about not being as good as them. I think that's something that will be quite far away for me. But it. I picked up a lot of stuff, and I think we'll be changing out the way we do the part or the path layout later on. Quite a lot, actually. So stay tuned for that, I suppose. As for this here, this is basically a semi ripoff of another. I think actually the blueprint comes with the game. Not like 100% sure, but I'm fairly sure it comes with the game. Yeah, I decide, you know what, I'm gonna make it by hand because of reasons. But at least then there will be a sort of building that it looks kind of good. I'm very happy with how it turns out, I suppose. But it would have been easier if I were to if I just used the blueprint as is, and it does turn out all right. I think I didn't really do it as much justice as one might have wished for, but it works out. It does work out, and it becomes one of my better buildings. But it's fairly easy to make a decent building when what you're building it off on is literally Planet Coaster. And all the little tidbits and trinkets are still in the game because it all started in the game. I'm also playing on like a sort of castle type of area. That we'll be working on. That's going to be a fair bit later though. But that's the two I have in store at the moment, along with the I wouldn't call it an area, but like a part of the park that will be coming up next episode, and we might be expanding upon that once you know, when we get that far. So I'm not sure what you guys think, if I should be spending more time and more details making buildings, or spending more time, more energy on detailing the buildings or not. I mean, it's not going to be my strong suit, so it will get a lot less done in an episode, but I'm pretty sure I could probably dish out a little bit better. I catch myself in going back and trying to improve upon what I've done before, after the fact, so to speak, like after it's actually been done. But yeah, I mean, doesn't really matter that much, I don't think. I can do both. And I suppose when you put stuff down, it would be nice to sort of have it, you know, when I detail stuff a little bit more than I usually do, it would probably be nice to have sort of a, this is what's been going on, you know. Maybe I'll show off some of it after, like in the live part here, because that's not recorded yet. Right now, it's just the building of a pirate zone that's been recorded, and once that is done, you know, I might as well jump on back and have a little go at detailing and showing it off. But we'll see. I'm actually not sure if I've I might have saved. Oh shoot! I might have saved over what I did. Like I might not have saved it as two different save files for the next episode and this one. But yeah, we'll see about that. I'll try to be good about it. I'm rambling like crazy. Why crazy stuff that no one's stopping me? But yeah, I think I'll try to show off some of the new stuff that I've gone back and done a little here and there of, because I feel like it might look or be of a worthy note. And I'll if I haven't saved or if I've overwritten the episode 5 save file for episode 6, I'll try to like hide that part of it away and just use it, you know. We'll see though. Time will tell, indeed. I try to find some stuff to use both on the upper floor and the lower floor here, and particularly the fencing. I feel like the end result will be looks good, but I think the fencing was a challenge, to be sure. But I feel like these work. I mean, they're semi-realistic at least. They're easy to make, probably something that our good old pirates could have had the knowledge and know-how to make. So yeah, I'm fairly happy with it. Of course, when you switch these colors off, they become just regular flower pots sorts, and I feel like that looks alright. In retrospect, I think I could have probably gone ahead and I could have like, is the well there? Can you change the color of that? If you can, then that's definitely something I should have looked into doing. I feel. I'll go and check that out as well if I remember after this episode. I seem to remember there being bigger barrels, but I couldn't really find them. And as you might be able to tell, I mean, I don't even know the game well enough to know where to look for what, basically. I'm walking around here, or scrolling through the whole thing in order to find the pieces I want to use, and also to sort of like look at stuff and think, oh, that might work there. It's close to a ripoff of the in-game blueprint, as I mentioned before, but it's not a perfect ripoff. I've changed bits and bobs here and there, but not a lot. I placed I never mentioned it, but I placed the ride down, the pirate ship in the water back there. I placed it down more because I wanted to have that sort of like a ride you walked up to, and that you got, you know, steadily closer to as you got closer. But if it will stay there or not, I don't know yet. Will it? But well, there will definitely be a ride on the water there that will be fitting for the area, I suppose. Like that, and you know, the bushes on top there kind of stick out a lot more than I want them to, but what can you do, right? I struggle more than I want to admit with this this piece right here. How difficult can it be, you know? But it all works out in the end. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you guys there, and I'll see you guys in the live section at the end here. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you in a bit. All right, friends, it's time to we'll go through the park and see what we've done, see what's been going on. Of course, you get through here, and might as well take the other side because there's more stuff happening here, and still got some work to do here. I feel like it's coming along though. Of course, the signs here. I'm not sure how to make them work better. They work well when you zoom in a little. But that's about it. So yeah, that's definitely something we'll have to look into in the future. Jumping over here, we've been working on this side of things. Oh, not through the buildings, please. This building here will still need a little bit of work, I think. But it's getting there. It's getting closer every minute of every day. Uh, or at least, every now and again. And then, of course, you walk on over to what we've been working on, and that's temporary name Pirate Cove. And surprise, surprise, it's Pirates Ahead. I feel like this might have been hidden away a little bit too well. So, that might be something we wanna change in the future. However, you get through here, and I feel like there's a fair amount of themage going on. Of course, when I change the terrain color here to sand, things will hopefully look a little bit more like it's supposed to. Um, this building, I feel like it turned out alright. A bit uncertain about keeping the larger windows on top and the smaller ones at the bottom. Because forced perspective, I think you'd do the opposite, as far as I can tell. Um, I just want to check if we can. Can this be changed color on? No, it can't. All right, fine, fine. And then you come over this way, and of course there's the pirate ship, which is currently just a ride floating in the water. But we'll change that eventually. Don't worry. Don't you worry. And yeah, that's about what we've done so far. And if we zoom out, this is our park so far. It's getting bigger and bigger. And I feel like, to be honest, I feel like the area here looks fairly alright. And then this area and the ride here still needs a fair amount of work in order to look right. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but this was the result of what I did with the roof here. These are supposed to be, you're supposed to be able to, like, what do you call it? This is like, almost like the stuff you have on your windows. You flip them around and light doesn't come through. Same with these, you sort of like drag them across here on the beam here, and it becomes a full roof if it's raining. When it's not raining though, they open it up and all gets collected on the end here. Know that they're not, perfectly aligned, and that's sort of the idea here, is that they're not supposed to be, because you wouldn't be able to perfectly align them in real life. That's at least a thought. Hopefully you guys also have some level of thoughts on it. Would be awesome. Did. But yeah, I think not sure if I mentioned that, so I just wanted to mention it. And also there's been a little bit of work done over here. Really not that much, just a little tidbits here and there. And hopefully you guys can enjoy. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please smack that like button. If you want to stay up to date on all things average, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Till next time, here we go.